We're very lucky to have an active set of supporters and users of RadioDNS, and here are just some of the highlights presented today at the RadioDNS General Assembly. There's been many more highlights over the last 12 months. In March, the EBU demonstrated radio DNS technologies at the Geneva Motor Show, and the BBC announced trial support for Radio Viz for all their national radio stations. In April, we were at the NAB show in Las Vegas. The NAB kindly gave us access to this stand and the Radio Pit, a good venue to go into the radio DNS in more depth. We had well over 100 visitors to this stand. Also in April, Frontier Silicon joined us as a member, and earlier this year they announced that the Venice 8 chipset supports Radio Viz on DAB and FM. In May, Nick was at Radio Camp in Hamburg, a great place to get in front of the rapidly changing German market. And also in May, I spoke at Radio Inc.'s Digital Media Conference in California. We were kindly gifted stand space and sponsorship at Radio Inc. to show off our work there. In June, Pure updated the software on all Pure Sensia hybrid radios to fully support Radio Viz on FM as well as DAB and DAB+. And in September, we spoke at IBC in Amsterdam, the EBU running a stand showing how quick and easy Radio DNS is to update. We also attended IFA, and Nick and I presented at the Next Radio Conference in London, showing service following from FM to DAB. We're showing this just minutes before Nick showed it live in NAB Chicago. The demo was also covered in the NAB newsletter. Also in September, Rai held a very impressive demonstration of Radio Viz at the Pre-Italia. Rai have since joined us as a supporter as well. In November, the Radio Tag team were given the Innovation Award at the UK's Radio Festival. The BBC, Global Radio and Frontier Silicon worked on this prototype, which was presented at the main festival. In January, Ubiquity Corp became our latest full member. Very good to see people behind HD Radio joining us. And our first public supporter from the car industry, Vistion, joined us as a supporter in January as well. We also saw new software being rolled out for the award-winning Revo Axis, which now enables Radio Viz on DAB and DAB+. And we're delighted to have been invited as a stakeholder with a proposed EU project looking at putting IP radio into the car. Finally, we've been taking part in the EBU Hack Day and sessions on Radio EPG, Radio Viz, Radio Tag, hacking around Radio DNS on Android tablet devices, and using the EBU's Radio DNS and Radio Viz tools. It's been a great 12 months, and we look forward to more as Radio DNS brings internet and broadcast radio together to help make better radio.